Welcome, Limit Break TCG, coming at you again with another deck profile. You guys love seeing them. They have the highest views on the channel still, so we're going to give you some more deck profiles. We got a yellow coming today. This deck is nuts, by the way. Chaosmon Valderarm is retarded. This deck is just... it's stupid. I hate playing against it. They got two other yellow players at our shop. They actually helped me with some ideas for this deck to tweak it, and their decks are absolutely nuts. Yellow got the short end of the stick set 1, but ever since set 1.5, set 4, yellow has been getting the stuff, bruh. Yellow is powerful. So we're going to dive into this deck real quick. Show you off the babies. We got 4 Upamon. I would, kind of like the blue, I would play this at just 4. But the 5th baby kind of helps us as well. I'll get to that. But when attacking, if once returned, if you have 3 or less memory, which yellow is known to do, a lot of cards happen. A lot of card effects happen at 3 or less memory. But if you attack and you're at 3 or less memory, you draw a card. So this is hand advantage. And then our 5th baby is Koromon from the new set. Also, if we're at 3 or less, when attacking, reduce one of your opponent's Digimon by 1k. We have a lot of reduction in this deck, as you'll see soon. Koromon helps us with that, so you can hopefully remove a lot of threats with this card by reducing them to 0. And then we got, I'll show you just kind of as a little heads up, we got Patamon, so reducing to 0 will give us that memory. And it's just, it's so disheartening for your opponent to play things, and then you just reduce it to 0, and now it's just, you have a board state and they don't. And I gotta say, being on the receiving end of that sucks, but being on the side that causes it is just so great. But anyway, let's get down to the deck profile. That's the babies. Let's get to the rookies. You saw the Patamon. So we play 3 Patamon of the starter deck variety. Once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon is reduced to 0, deleted by reducing to 0, gain 1 memory. So again, the Koromon and a lot more things in this deck reduce things to 0. Patamon on the stack gets us an extra memory. So that's really, really, really nice. We play him over the Labramon because hand advantage isn't really a problem with this deck, as you'll see soon. There's a lot of drawing, there's a lot of playing, a lot of recovering as well. So a big problem with recovery and drawing is if you draw and recover too much, you'll get a small, your deck will basically be non-existent, and you'll deck out, and it's just not nice to see. So instead of drawing, we'll get that 1 memory. We'll do more plays. It's so nice. You get to extend a little bit more. And then next, baby, we play 3 of the Recovery Salamon. On deletion, if you're at 3 or less security, recover 1. So we'll swing. If we're at 3 or less memory, we'll swing with him. We don't care if he dies. It's kind of like Tapirmon for purple. You kind of swing at 3 security. You want him to die. You want to gain that recovery. So now you do a damage to your opponent, and you get 1. So now you're technically 2 above them. It's just so nice. So he kind of helps you get back between your 4 and your 3, which is what this deck loves staying at. This deck loves going from 4 to 3, 4 to 3 the whole game. And it's very easy to do. Next rookie we play is the Bushi Agumon because, as you'll see later on in the deck, we play a lot of things that play the 3s from the deck. And Rush is just really good. You know, it helps you push forward for game. The Angelwomon, the Magnadramon. If you're at 3 or less security, you play level 3 from your hand. You playing this, you can swing that turn, so it's just real good for the rush aspect, hence the ability. And it's very aggressive, very, very, very aggressive. And then next rookies, and our last rookies, we play 4 of the Pulsemon because it is such a good card. on play, if you have 3 or more security, draw 1. And if you have 3 or less security, gain a memory. Also, another really nice card to play with your play a level 3 from the hand. If you're at 3 or less memory, you play him, especially if you're at 3 memory. You get both effects, by the way, because it says 3 or more, draw, 3 or less, gain a memory. So if you're at exactly 3, you draw and gain. So that's really nice. So if you're at exactly 3 and you're not seeing a Bushi and you're not trying to push for game, playing this to gain a memory and draw a card is really nice. So Pulsemon is just such a great card. It sucks a lot of people can't get a hold of him because he was pre-release only for the set 4. So he's a really expensive card for honestly no reason right now. This card shouldn't maybe be more than a $3 card. It's definitely a good card, but at the end of the day, it's still a rookie. It's not game winning. It's not absolutely broken, but it is a really, really good card. So I hope more people get a hold of these cards. They become cheaper over time because it's such a good card to play, especially only in yellow, but it's such a good card to play. So we play it at 4, putting our rookie count to 13. So grabbing back our rookies and moving on to the champions. We play 2 of the Gatomon, and again, there's many Gatomons. So we play the set 3. I think it was set 1.5 that we got him. Inheritable when attacking your opponent's one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1k. So again, some more reduction. Trying to reduce things, trying to eliminate your opponent's board presence while establishing your own is what we're trying to do. So the Inheritable helps us do that. So this with the Koromon, that's minus 2k just on Inheritables. That's not even counting other effects that we're going to get into soon. And then for personal flavor, I play 2 Repamon. If I'm not seeing rookies, we do play 13, but sometimes, no matter how many rookies you play, even Rookie Rush sometimes has trouble seeing rookies. So, in the event we don't see rookies, we have a low play cost level 4. So that's really just personal flavor. I know not a lot of people like these, but personal flavor. If I'm not seeing rookies, I can play 3 to go into a level 4. That's really, really sweet. So that's why I play him. And of course, we play 4 of the Teruimon. He is our Turbo 1 cost Evo, beefy 6k, helps us get up the stack quicker, and puts out some good damage. He's here, self-explanatory. And then we got our 1 cost blockers. No more Unimons. 1 cost blockers, Pitomon, to also low cost to Evo, get up chains quickly, or establish a block if we need to. For instead of 2, sure, he's a little weaker. He's 1k less than Unimon, but a lot of times we're reducing them so much, we're getting rid of their board state that they have to commit to trying to kill this almost. And it's just, he helps. He helps so much. I like playing 1. I like paying 1 for a blocker than paying 2. I know he's a little weaker, but that's just, people swear by these blockers. People swear by the 1 cost Evo blockers. And honestly, I think I'm in that conversation as well. It's just so nice. So nice to pay 1 for a blocker instead of paying 2 for a blocker. Because sometimes that makes all the difference. Sometimes you pay 2 for the Unimon and it has to pass turn and you don't like that. And you pay 1 for the the Pitomon, and it's not their turn yet. You go to 0. You get to do more things, and it's just really nice. So next we get to our level 5s. We play 3 of the starter deck, Recover, Angelmon. When you're at 3 or less, getting start to see a connection here, everybody. 3 or less security shuts on half the deck, if not all the deck. When you're at 3 or less security, recover 1 when digivolving. So that helps us get back to our 4. And then next we play 3 of the Angelmon. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security -2. And when attacking, if you have 3 or less security, you get to play a level 3 Digimon from your hand without paying its cost. So, we're playing our Bushis if we're trying to push and be aggressive and go for game. We're playing Pulses if we're trying to gain a memory and draw a card, or both. So, and we're playing, I'll kind of spoil it for you, we're playing Lucemon as well, which it can play Lucemon because it's a level 3. So, we're also playing Lucemon off this card too, which Lucemon's nuts. I'll get there in a minute too. So, Angelmon is just great. I have thought about playing 4 of this one and only 2 of the starter deck one, but personal preference, I just like this better. I like recovering, but I also like playing things also. So we got an even split of those. And our last level 5s is 2 of the Wargreymon from the new set. Digiburst 2, trash the 2 Digi-Evolution sources to activate this effect. One of your opponent's Digimon, get -4K. So, we do that. Swing with the level 4 Gato and the Koromon on the stack, and that's anybody that can do math, that's -6K. That kills a lot of things. By using this effect and then swinging, well, you lose the stack if you swing. So scratch that. I'm sorry. Digiburst, you'll lose that stack, but still -4 to something can kill it. Kills a lot of rookies. Kills some level 4s as well. So Digiburst 2 for the reduction. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot. Inheritable. If you have 3 or less security, this Digimon gets 1k DP. So it also buffs up your stuff if you're at 3 or less security. So that's nice as well. I wasn't gonna run this card. Totally overlooked it. The 2 dominant yellow players at my locals were like, dude, this card is just so good. You got to play it. So I was like, you know what? Y'all are the better yellow players. Let's go with it. I'll listen to y'all. And Wargreymon is just such a good card. I can't believe I overlooked it, honestly. Can't believe I overlooked it. So next we're going into our Megas. And our Mega stack is pretty stacked. We got 2 Seraphimons. Seraphimon is a really good card. When Digivolving, recover 1. You don't have to be at any sort of number. It's just when Digivolving, recover 1. You could be at 5 security and recover to 6. You could be at 6 security and recover to 7. It's whatever. And then if you're at 3 or more security, so this is the only card of the deck that has an effect that triggers if you have 3 or more security. Only card in the deck that does that. Everything else is 3 or less. If you have 3 or more security, this card gets security attack +1. So he puts out more hits, more damage, while recovering. Really nice card. Play him at 2. Oh my god, I gotta stop yawning. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Moving on, we got 2 of the Wargreymon. Wargrey, when attacking once per turn, you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend this Digimon and have one of your opponent's Digimon get -6k. So when attacking, so how the effect is, you have to add the security from your stack. So you can't do this if you're at no security. You have to have at least 1 security to do it. You have to take that security to do the effect. Mainly because you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand to unsuspend. So it's saying you got to do A before you can do B, essentially is what it's trying to tell you. But a really good card. Helps you go from 4 to 3. Starts up the rest of your deck. While also getting hopefully some removal by killing something 6k or less, reducing it to 0. And then you get to, when you swing, you do the effect. You get to unsuspend him, so now you can swing again. So he's basically 2 hits with a removal, and also keeping your security where you want it to be. So Wargreymon's really, really good. Next, we play 2 Slash just for extra removal. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 8k. This helps us get over Omnis, Ragnas, Chaoses, just stuff like that. It helps us reduce it, swing into it, kill it, or kill something else. And it just helps with the removal. And last but not least, we play 1 Magnadramon for basically not just its on play, although it's really good. If you're at 3 or less security, you play it, you recover 2. That's cool and all. But this is also a liable level 6 you can go into. Because when attacking, you may play a level 3 Digimon without paying its cost. So you can go into it, swing, and you could play a Bushi Agumon or a Lucamon and just really start popping off. So he is not just in there as a what I call oh shit button. He is in there because he is also a liable level 6 to go into and get value for. So that's it for the level 6s. We play 7 level 6s. Yeah, 7 level 6s. And then we play 4 Valder because he says you don't get to have a field, essentially. When Digivolving, activate the following effect twice. One of your opponent's Digimon get minus 7. So you can minus 7 one thing for a total of minus 14. Or you can minus 7 2 things to kill 2 things that are 7 or less also. And then on deletion, gain 3 memories. So you also, if he dies, sure, you get 3 memories. Sometimes that'll pass the turn. Or if you swing and you hit another Chaosmon or an Omnimon in the security, and then he dies, you get 3 memory to continue your turn. So he's really a good card, just all around. And we play him at 3 because 4 is a little too cloggy. 2, you don't see him enough sometimes, so 3 is kind of the magic number with him. And then last for our monsters, I believe, is the Lucamon. I kind of have him to the back because he has a high play cost. You can't evolve him. He's a rookie. You play him with the Angelomon. 3 or less security, play a rookie from your hand. The Magnadramon, play a rookie from your hand. So really him and the Bushi Agumons are your ultimate choices for doing that effect. While you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can play this card by reducing its cost by 8, so it becomes a 5 cost if you have 10 cards in your trash or more. And on play, recover 1. He can't... This Digimon can only Digivolve into Digimon with Lucamon in their names, and we don't have another one as of yet. He's the only one, so right now he doesn't evolve into anything. You basically play him. He's the beefiest rookie that there is at 10k. With a recovery 1 effect as well. It's just a really good card. I would run it at 2 if I could. Only have 1. I have an alt art, but I'm not running the alt art. I have it. I pulled all 3 of the alt arts from the set 4, and it makes a picture. The Ancient Guru, the Ancient Gray with the Lucamon in the middle. It makes a nice little picture, and I have the picture all together. Not around me right now, so I can't show you. But I only have 1 of the regular art. So I just play him at 1. I would probably play him at 2. No more than 2, though. He's a really good card, but you really don't want to see it because he can get clunky at 4. But 2, I feel, would be a great number to play him at. But while we have the 1 that we can play, we will only play him at 1 for now. Really good card. And then we play 3 TKs. Mainly because he's our start at 3 tamer, and we also get to look at our security stack when we play him. So it's kind of important. I had him at 2 at first. Ooh. Excuse me, man. I had him at 2 at first, and I felt like I was seeing him enough at that. But then I found that the games that I weren't seeing him at, which didn't happen often, but I found that the games that I weren't seeing him at were really, really hard to kind of push through, because they were either choking me, or I didn't get to see my important cards that I need to see, because on play you look at your stack and you can add what you need to your hand that'll help you pop off the next turn or continue your current turn, and you get to see what you need. So regardless whether they were choking me or I didn't see cards that I needed, I decided to go ahead and run it at 3 just to make sure I see it no matter what. It kind of sucks when you see like 2 of them, like you got one in security and you actually play one, and then you look at your security and you're like, oh, well, there's one right there. So that kind of sucks, but I'd rather see it than not see it, I guess you could say. So we play it at 3, and then last we play 3 of the Blinding Rays. Neat effect about this card is, unlike Wargrey, you don't have to trash the top card of your security to use its effect, because there's a period. It's 2 separate things. So if you're at 0 security, you could activate this card and just gain 2 memory for free. So that's really good. I wish it had a security effect. I wish it was just a simple add it to your hand security effect. That would have been cool. But I guess they felt like that was too powerful. We got to give this no security effect because its main effect is just too great. So that's a little disheartening, but really good card. It helps you really pop off, go ham. You know, you get to play this. You get to gain 2 memory. You get to go into Vulgar Arms. You get to go into Seraphs, Wargreys, play Bushis, whatever. Play Lucamon. Whatever you need to do, this card helps you do it. And then you have enough recovery in the deck. You don't really mind trashing security. So that's all I got to say about that. Really good card. Another card that I didn't overlook it. I knew the value of this card. I just couldn't find spots for it in my deck until our 2 most dominant yellow players at our locals kind of helped me with the list. And we decided to run it. We found room for it. Great card. I love it. And it made the deck really, really, really much better. So, yeah, that's the yellow deck. It's so crazy. So crazy. Honestly, it comes down to pilot error with this deck. It's just so stacked. Its consistency is almost unparalleled. Because you get to see what you need, and you draw enough, you recover, so you get to manipulate your security. It's just such a good deck. It's not my favorite deck to play. It's not my most fun deck to play. This is kind of the deck, one of the new decks that I play whenever I'm trying to win the tournaments or something like that, because it's pretty crazy. But I guess you could say this is my new Omni Red in a way. This is the deck I play whenever I mean business. I am still learning it though. The last tournament we had, there was a little bit of pilot error. I lost 1 game out of the whole tournament. And it was also to one of our yellow players that helped me tweak this deck a little bit. But I lost 1 game. And it was my fault because I misplayed so badly. I probably misplayed the other 2 games that I ended up winning, but this deck's just so crazy that I was still able to kind of win. And it's just nuts, man. Like, this deck is so good, so powerful. And like I said earlier, the main point of this deck is to kill your opponent's board state while establishing your own board state, which is, as anybody pretty much knows in any game, if your opponent doesn't have cards on the field and you do, you're in the better position. So that's what this deck does. Really good deck. Hope you like it. Hope you play it. Hope it does well for you. And until next time, like, share, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends. You know, we do deck profiles, we do openings all the time. We got Pokemon Digimon, some Dragon Ball. Probably going to start doing Vanguard. Going to start doing some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. A little bit of Magic the Gathering. And just, come have a good time with us. We all about having a good time. We always try to pull things. I try to give you guys the content you want, you asked for. So, stick around. Got a lot of things coming. Till next time, Limit Break. Peace out.